Hello! Moved to Denmark with me because Millie got a new job as a Lego designer. So this takes place over the course of a few days. Here is our living room, half packed up by the movers. We were pretty much living off of ham and cheese croissants 4 days. Here is the most important room of the house, the Lego room, and now it's all in boxes. And now it's on a shipping container, which is wild. This is the first hotel that we stayed at. It had a really nice view of my beloved South Wharf DFO, and then we moved on to the second hotel, and then the third hotel. We stayed in so many hotels because we were using our points, so then we didn't have to pay actual money because moving is expensive enough. And then here are some of the final meals and activities that we did in our final days in Melbourne, spending it with friends and family. This steak was absolutely delicious. But then it was time to go to the airport. Goodbye, Melbourne. Goodbye to our bags. Praying that they get there safely, because that's all we have that isn't in a shipping container. And here we are on the plane. This is an Emirates plane, and it has the cutest little lights on the ceiling. And they also have the cutest thing, which they will take like a Polaroid picture of you. So that's me and Miller. He was already sleeping, but when he woke up, I showed him. This still cracks me up, clearly. But I was like, oh, that's you, you're in there, don't worry, I didn't forget about you. And then my favorite show was on, which was the front camera of the plane when it was landing. And now we're in Dubai. So that was a really long flight. It was like 14 hours. And then we had to run through the airport because we were going to miss our plane otherwise. So now we're boarding an Emirates A380. I don't know if you know about planes, but this is a really cool plane. And I don't know if you saw, but the tip of the wing actually rises as it's in the air because it's so heavy. When it's not flying, it droops down. But then we managed to land in Copenhagen and it was raining. This is a little plane that we had to take to Billund. We got wet boarding the plane. It was raining the entire time. A very short takeoff, probably like the shortest takeoff ever because it's such a small plane. But the flight was actually pretty smooth. But then before we knew it, we were landing in Billund because it was a very short flight, thank goodness, because we had already been traveling for over 24 hours at this point. But finally, we made it to Billund Airport, the home of the brick, the new home of Caitlin and Miller. It was so relieving to finally walk through this door, and here is a little tour of our space. We'll only be here for a couple of months until we find a more permanent location, even though we would love to stay here, but unfortunately it's furnished and we have furniture. So we decided to celebrate with some pizza to end our extremely long travel day. Watch Miller here, but I will see you next time.